So I may or may not have posted a video about these at some point online, you know, uploaded them somewhere in a video. These are pins and nunchucks. Here is a sample on this label. It says hello. So, black ink pen. Honestly, I am actually really surprised that as a black ink pen, even though it might not seem like it, I am actually really surprised these are black ink pens, because I have had ink pens before that were black like this as a gift that I later had to give away as a present because they contained a fantasy element to them. They were a wand pen set from a magazine I had a subscription to. I thought the ink was going to be brown because the pen was brown, but the ink was silver. The cap should have been a dead giveaway. And that was what I was thinking because of the top of the chuck. These things, the caps on the chucks, I legitimately thought it was going to be silver ink, which doesn't show up against white backgrounds that easy. You know, all that easy. It's a contrast, yes, that is a known fact. However, it doesn't show up all that well on a white background, or on something like a darker background, like gray or black, brown, any shade of brown, any shade of gray, especially the darker ones. The light ones, not so much. The white background with the metallic ink doesn't show up very well. Now, if it's gold or copper, yes. Silver, not so much. Bronze also shows up really well. Pewter or magnesium colored inks show up really well against a white background. And then you've got like a copper or brass, patinaed copper, which is a greenish color. Copper ink against white shows up really well because of the color contrast. they don't show up against papers or backgrounds that are the same color, of course. Going with a pewter or a titanium against a like-colored gray background doesn't show up all that well. I have plenty of experience with that. Same thing with copper and brass. Like, gold doesn't show up well against orange as a background, because it's pretty obvious. It's a orangish yellow. Gold on yellow doesn't show up very well as a contrast. Now gold on red, like a particular Hogwarts house, you know, Gryffindor, that works. If you're going with like a Gryffindor vibe, that's okay. Or like Hufflepuff with the blue and the silver and the patinaed green, copper on the white, like a Slytherin logo. Or silver and yellow, like a Hufflepuff. That works. Or if you're doing something like World of Warcraft, Horde versus Alliance, you got that iron oxide red on the background. That's like a brown leathery color. Or the cobalt blue lion on a gray background. You can have it flipped. You can have the blue background with the silver lion on it. That also works. Then there's the Horde side. You can have a red background with a brown logo. Contrast in colors helps. Also, if you're going to be filming a video and you happen to be a fairly light-skinned person like myself, wearing a color like this Under Armour tank I'm wearing helps you stand out from your background, especially if it's white, like the wall behind me. Yeah. If I had my own studio space, I would definitely be recording videos in front of a neutral gray background of some sort, so I would stand out better. So you could see me better. So yeah, that's that for that. Also, it's MLK weekend. You know, people are out there that evening. Stay safe. Wear bright colored clothing. People, please. When you're out at night, we do not need any more pedestrian fatalities out there. I have heard news reports about that. I have read news reports about that. I have seen news reports about that. I almost was a pedestrian casualty a couple of times. So yeah, people, when you're outside at night, remember, always wear something brightly colored. But not too brightly colored. Don't go crazy. You know, wear something bright, something reflective, possibly something both. You know, especially if you're a cyclist. Don't turn off your lights, please. I've seen too many of those casualties too. Not a good thing, no. The flashing lights on bicycles and stuff can be disorienting, even for other vehicles. So if you're out on a motorcycle or whatever, don't do something stupid and having pulsating lights on the thing. It causes problems on the road. Sure, it's more visible, but is it more practical? No. On that subject matter, please, people, stay illuminated, stay safe, stay healthy, try to have a good rest of your year. And always stay on the brighter side of life.